What? Hey, what up, YouTube? Hi, how's it going? It's day number 4. Day number 4. 4. This many. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Day number 4 of my 360-day challenge. I'm here. I am spunky, kinda stuff. So, today I did a reading on YouTube, and man, I understand, like, there's readers out there that talk about, like, how they're, like, not feeling it, like, they just don't feel like they're in touch or in tune or whatever with the readings, and I totally felt like that today, but I powered through it, and I did it. Why? Because you gotta show up. You gotta show up. If you don't try, the answer will always be no. It will always be no. If you don't ask, it will always be no, right? So, even on the bad days, even on the days you don't feel like it, you don't feel connected. Like, I didn't feel connected at all today to those messages, but I did it. And everybody, like, nobody complained. Everybody was telling me that it was just fine. But for me, I was like, man, I feel like I could do better than that. You know, I know that we're our own worst critic. You know, we're human, and that's okay. So, yeah, today's number, words, day number 4 of the 360-day challenge. So, what did you do today? If we are the author of our Choose Your Own Adventure, it's a Choose Your Own Adventure book. This whole life is. It's a Choose Your Own Adventure book. What sort of adventure did you choose today? I'm serious. There are so many people out there that are so super talented, like super talented, that have so much to give, and they're so scared to start. Scared to just start putting something up, you know? You don't need fancy editing software. Like, I use StreamYard. There's a free StreamYard. You could use StreamYard. You could use your phone. Just start. You have to get on there. You have to just start doing it, right? My first videos that I first did, you could tell I was completely uncomfortable. Completely uncomfortable. Looked like a hot mess. Was like gurky, you know? But I knew I needed to start. I had to start somewhere. And I leave all them videos up. Why? Because one of these days I'm going to look back at that progress and I'm going to be like, wow, look at that dork. Damn. Damn. But you know what? That's all a part of the journey. Every single one of those from the dorkiest to the best videos I've done so far, are all part of the journey. Ain't none of them going to be perfect, but they're all perfectly imperfect, just like you, just like me. You know? I mean, I'm freaking ghetto, okay? I live in a trailer right now. So you want to talk about trailer trash? I am ghetto fabulous, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. I am totally ghetto fabulous, and I'm all about it. I'm all about owning it. Like, I know that I am ghetto fabulous. You know? But from where I came from, I mean, me and my mom shared a bed. My little brother slept on the floor. I lived on Las Vegas Boulevard, right next to the Stratosphere at the Aztec Apartments. You look up the worst apartments to live in Las Vegas, the first ones that will pop up were the apartments that I lived in, okay? The apartments I lived in, we had hooker red shag carpet, literally, in a studio bedroom apartment, me, my mom, and my little brother. And me and my mom shared a bed. And my little brother slept on the floor. And I would get up and I would go to school at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'd be sitting at the bus stop on Las Vegas Boulevard. All right. Wondering why all these people, I thought people were just nice. You know, oh, well, they stop in and give me a ride. You need a ride? I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good. You know, I thought people were genuinely nice, but they all thought I was some prostitute or something. I had no idea. I was clueless, you know, but I was at the bus stop at 4 o'clock in the morning, waiting to go to school. In Las Vegas, Nevada. Like, me and my mom, like, I haven't had much ever. Like, nothing I've ever had has been given to me, right? And I don't expect it to be. You know, some people's nothing is completely different than another person's nothing. Like, when I say that I started from nothing, okay, I ain't got no inheritance. I ain't got no background money. I don't come from nothing, all right? Like everything that I've ever had, I have worked my fingers to the bone for. I've worked really hard for. I've struggled for. Some other people's nothing is like they got $50,000 in the bank and they're like, oh, I got nothing. You know what I mean? But I've been doing so much with so little for so long, I could do anything with nothing. Some of the freest times I've ever had was when I had nothing. It's like, does my stuff own me, or do I own my stuff? Like when I was hitchhiking and I was on the road and I didn't own anything, I didn't have anything to tie me to anything. I could cross the street and go back the way I came from if I wanted. I could hang out in a town for weeks at a time if I needed to. Like it was the freest I ever was when I owned absolutely nothing. And it completely makes sense to me why monks, they release all of the attachment to, material possessions, to their loved ones. When you have no attachments, you have no sentimental attachments to anything, like you're completely free to do whatever it is that you want to do, to be wherever you want to be. Like being on the road wasn't for the faint of heart, man. Like there was definitely some struggles. The hardest struggle ever was finding a place to sleep, figuring out where you were going to sleep at night. I don't understand these people that stay in town. They're just homeless in town and just stay in town forever and ever. Like, man, I was always on the go. I would go from one town to another town, from one rainbow gathering to another rainbow gathering. Like I used to travel with the rainbow, right? Like I was plugged into a kitchen. And if you guys don't know what that is, that was like one of the world's largest non-member, organizations that there is, right? Some people, like, they get a bad rap, like there's drainbows and there's rainbows, man. But you want to talk about like magic, like the most magical place I've ever been, the most amazing, I've seen the most amazing things happen at a rainbow gathering. Like just the energy, the collective energy is so vibrant, and there's strangers that hug you and tell you, welcome home, and it's an oasis for like the unhoused, because there they actually have a purpose, like they're not looked at as like, oh, well, you're just some scum of society, like the rainbow is open to everybody with a belly button. So if you got a belly button, even those that don't have a belly button, but if you got a belly button, like you're allowed to be a rainbow, and you don't spend any money, and you like, they completely make kitchens out of the site, like make bridges, tap water, like tap the springs from the water. Like I learned so much about survivalism. Like I could survive. Like you want to talk about rainproofing? Like there's nothing worse than being 5 miles into the middle of the woods and having your sleeping bag soaking wet. So you learn how to rainproof real fast. Like you want to talk about some survival skills? Like I've got some serious survival skills, And all of those things taught me so much about my resilience, about life, about humanity. Like there are a lot of really, really amazing people out there. Amazing. Like that will give you the shirt off their back. Amazing. I've seen equal and opposite as well. There's a lot of bad stuff too. I've had a lot of bad stuff that has happened in life, but the good definitely has outweighed the bad 100-fold. I don't know. Tangent. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know what do you guys want to hear? Do you guys want to hear stories about the road? Do you want to hear stories about hitchhiking? You want to hear stories about hopping trains? You want to hear stories about being a lead singer of a punk rock band? Do you want to hear stories? You want to hear war stories about when I was in active addiction? Do you want to hear stories about my journey to recovery? What do you want to hear? I'm 360 days. Every day I'm going to be on here. So what do you want to hear? What would you like to see? Because there ain't no unity without community. And I love you guys so very much. Like so much, man. There's been so many times that I have invested myself into a group of people, and like their love for me was transactional. Like their love for me was based off of if I followed what they believed in, if I wore this specific thing, if I did this and this up to their standards, but as soon as like I just try to be me, then I'm outcasted, I'm not punk enough. I'm too hippie to be punk. I'm too punk to be hippie. I'm too tall to be this, too short to be that, too round to be this, You know? Like my Jesus is not as good as your Jesus type of stuff. And you guys have shown me so much love that is non-transactional. And I can't express to you how much I absolutely appreciate that. Because there's been so many times in my life where I've given, I give and I give, and I'm like, okay, well, if I become like this, then I'll be loved and accepted, We turn into these chameleons trying to get appreciation and love and validation, all to find out that it was transactional. That like the people that you look up to the most really don't give a crap about you. Sad to say, which sucks. It's like looking up to someone hardcore, like your favorite mentor or your favorite musician, and then meeting them and they're just a complete douchebag. Like that sucks. So y'all are my heroes. You might look to me for inspiration, but you guys inspire me. Okay? You guys are my inspiration. I was Hot Mess Express. Woo woo, choo choo, chugga chugga. And I feel like I found home. Like home inside myself, I could just be me. And you guys love me for me. And I just want to encourage you to be you. Okay? Be you. Be your weird, authentic, Hot Mess Express self. All put together. Not put together. All of it. Because what people keep coming back for, like they might show up for my tarot readings, or because I'm friends with this person, or, they heard about me on the grapevine through this. But people stick around for your personality, for who you are. People want to see who you are. Show them who you are. The world needs you. Okay? You don't need no fancy software, no editing. Like some people get down with that. I've tried doing some editing here and there. But really, we're just going to get down. Get down like this. Because your day will come. Your day is coming. Okay? Your day is coming. Don't give up on yourself. I love you. And today's number 4 video was brought to you on purpose. On purpose with purpose. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, I'll see you tomorrow for day number 5. Okay? Okay, bye.